Hey everybody, welcome to Workforce Gaming. I am Brad, here with Doug.
Hey.
I finally played through Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, which is actually, believe it or not, the first Paper Mario game I've ever made it all the way through.
I think it's really funny that you really love Mario RPG, and then we've talked about the other Mario RPG games you've played, which is zero.
No. So I've played Paper Mario on N64, Super Paper Mario on Wii, one or two of the Mario Luigi games. I've played 4 or 5 of them.
But
this is the first other one I've made it through.
I'm thinking of all the crappy JRPGs we talk about this Workforce Gaming one. You're like, the good Mario ones? Nah, I'm okay with those. I won't finish those, but I'll play this Tales game from 20 years ago.
True. And here's my deal with this. So this game is one of those games where I can look at and go, this is legitimately a great game in every single possible sense of the word.
Yeah.
It did not click with me. I don't know why. Like, it's one of those where I think I thought more about why this wasn't working for me.
Yeah.
Than I thought about how like amazing this game is, because by every statistical normal measure review metric that you could look at, borderline flawless. Like, there are people who like are like, this is one of the great RPGs out there. It is.
Yeah.
I would agree. For whatever reason, it was a struggle. It took me 2 months to finish this game.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
30 hours, 2 months.
I just remember you kept saying, like, it's like, I played for an hour and I got bored. I played for an hour and I got bored. It's like, what? And then you're like, but the writing's amazing. The story's kind of fun. The characters are fun.
Story has some cool things. So I want to talk about this game as it is very cool. It is very unique. It does so many great things, but just for whatever reason, I struggled with what I kind of put my finger on is that it does do a lot of JRPG cliches.
Yeah.
It just like tries to make them funny. So it's
that seems like a good thing.
It is, but it's just one of those where I just got to the point where it's like, okay, like, can we just get through this? Like, it's all just like text box pops up. It doesn't auto scroll. The text loads in slow. So I think it's like one of those where it's just like, I want to go faster. That was the biggest thing I could put my finger on, is there's a lot of talking and it's like, okay, yep. And it's like, and it's like,
that's rough. Yeah.
We can get this going faster. That's the only thing I can put my finger on. But I want to talk about how great this game is. So, first of all, the HD version on Switch looks incredible. Every Nintendo first-party game still looks amazing. This is no different. Game is gorgeous to look at. The worlds, the characters, everything just is so cool to look at. It hits you like right away as soon as that thing hits. You mentioned Super Mario RPG. Kind of how that took what a Super Nintendo game and really made it modern and really, really beautiful. This kind of did the same thing with like what a GameCube game looked like, and really kind of fit that into what a modern Switch game looks like. It just looks insane. The humor, like you mentioned before, the writing in this is so well done. Mario gets abilities as he's going through, and it works almost every time. But when you get an ability, you find like a chest, right? And you open the chest, and the first time and basically what it does is it's like, oh, I'm going to give you a curse, and I'm going to curse you. Ha ha ha! You open this, you're stealing this, and it's like, I just gave you this new ability. Now you're turned into a paper airplane. Ha ha ha, sucker. And you're like,
oh, so all the abilities like technically curses or something?
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
so it's like, I cursed you as a paper airplane and now you can be a paper. It's like, nope, that worked. And it's just, it runs on with that. Nobody in this game can say Mario's name right, which is kind of a Mario RPG staple of like, there's one world where the guy's like, oh, look, it's Luigi. Like, hi, Luigi. Welcome to our town, Luigi. It's great to see one of the famous Mario brothers. It's great to have you here, Luigi. There's another one where, like, everybody just decides that your name is Mario's not good enough and your name is Gonzalez because you got a mustache. So you're Gonzalez, the mustache. Like, it's just, again, I can see you laughing when you're even talking about this. Like, it is funny. It is so well written. The characters.
Are you laughing, though? Are you having fun?
Sometimes.
Okay.
It's just like... That's what I mean.
I've definitely watched like sat stone faced through like comedy movies. Like, I can see why other people find this funny,
and I think that's part of what it was too. Where it's like, it was like, that's like a joke. Oh, that's clever. Like, but I'm not like sitting here like, I don't know. It's so
you're like, good job, writers, as opposed to like actually
exactly. That's kind of where it is. The gameplay in this, turn based, 2 characters, action prompts, all that stuff. The cool thing about it is every battle is a stage show. Yeah. So when you get into a battle, it cuts to a stage. there's an audience who will like randomly throw things at you. So they'll like throw rocks at you, like, but you can like jump out in the audience and knock them down. They'll throw items at you. So again, just the ideas in this game are so cool, so unique, and it works. It's very, very cool.
Yeah.
I will say,
yeah, I like that, but
I think I died one time in my 30-hour playthrough. Yeah. Like it is very, very simple, very straightforward, very easy. If you again have the basic turn-based strategy down, if you can buff or debuff, like this game is over. There is nothing. If you hit buffs, you're just can walk right through it.
It is a kids RPG. I mean, it's like a kids RPG, right? I mean, that's kind of the idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's, and I think that was with Super Mario RPG, which I also love. It's very much that. How do we get people interested into turn-based RPGs? This is a great way to do that. Mm-hmm. And I think it would. I mean, if I was trying to convince somebody like, hey, like turn-based games can be fun, check out this turn-based game.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about the story. Oh, wait, sorry.
I was going to say, did you like I mean, even if it was easy, I mean, again, whenever it's funny when sometimes we talk about stuff, you're like, I love an easy thing. And then what we really get in the media, you're like, I need some challenge. Like, where you're just like sleepwalking through it, like where you're like just not having fun with the combat just because it was so easy.
And again, I think that's where like some of the boredom came into, because it's like, okay, like, we'll talk about it maybe a little bit later, but the game has so much back and forth, like backtracking and stuff. And a lot of those enemies will reappear. And so you do like 4 easy combat things, get to the place. 4 easy combat things getting back to the place, and I think that's where some of the boredom set in too, where it's like, oh yeah, the 4 on the way there was great. If you could have just fast traveled me back to town, man, we would have been
sure. Yeah, that's fair.
I think that's kind of more of my issue with this, is just like, let's keep it moving. I think that's probably again a personal thing. I tend to try and fly through games way faster than most people.
Yeah.
So that's probably very much a personal thing, but it did give me some hangups there. But to get into the story. Very interesting story. Mario is called by Princess Peach to this town of Rogueport. She is captured by unknown people, not Bowser. And basically she found this map. You give it to Mario, and the map is this ancient map that leads to the 7 crystal stars that will open the 1,000-year door. And basically, if you get through the 1,000-year door, you know that's where these villains are trying to get through with Peach. So we've got to go get the 7 crystal stars before the villains do. Very general like Mario setup.
Kingdom Hearts. That's like the plot of Kingdom Hearts.
And then Peach
that's like literally the plot of Kingdom Hearts 1, I think.
And then Mario's nobody and his heartless me. And there's this weird data version of Peach that nobody understands.
It's funny.
And again, I mean, it is very cliche in a lot of the JRPG things. Mario, again, just go get the stars, Mario, done. Like, yeah. But where it gets interesting is just in the little details. So Peach is taken by these like weird alien guys, and you actually play as Mario, Peach, and Bowser. So Mario's just doing the normal turn-based thing, getting the 7 stars, going world to world to world to world. There's 7 worlds, 7 stars, you know the deal. Peach, you play as her in this kidnapped place with the villains.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So they use that to kind of reveal some of the things that the villains' goals are. And as you're playing with Peach, you communicate with Mario by the computer, the master computer that these aliens have, that falls in love with Peach.
Okay, that's fun.
So, like, you go back and constantly do this, and this computer's like, it's the, like, I want to learn to be sentient, and, like, you have, like, and so Peach is doing all this different stuff with the computer. So you get a crystal star with Mario, you do your Peach chunk where you get a little bit of backstory from the villains, you interact with Tech is its name, the computer, and it's, again, really fun, goofy thing. Then you play as Bowser.
Yeah.
And Bowser in this is basically just pissed that he's not invited.
That's cool. Yeah.
Mario's going to get these stars. Nobody told me about it. I didn't know these stars were a thing. They have power. I want power. Somebody kidnapped Peach and it wasn't me. Like, I'm the one that's supposed to kidnap Peach. Like, let me go I'm going to kidnap her from those people. Like, so Bowser is constantly one world behind. So, like, funny. If you go to, like, just a generic Mario, you go to, like, the ice world, he's still in the fire world. So you play, like, the ice world with Mario, and then Bowser's like, oh, yeah, I'm finally catching up. I'm here. And, like, dude, Mario was here, like, hours ago. What are you doing? So is he seeing,
like, the aftermath, kind of like what you did during
a little bit of the aftermath, and then you actually play as Bowser in standard, like, 2D Mario levels. So, like, the camera cuts, like, it even does, like, the old, like, classic Super Mario Bros. title, like level screen where it's like World 1-1 has the image of Bowser X. Like,
that's cool.
So you play through these worlds as Bowser. It does some very goofy things with you playing as Bowser that are a ton of fun. Again,
so this sounds awesome. I mean,
it is awesome. It is a great game. If somebody told me this is their favorite RPG ever, I would be like, good. It should be. But I couldn't connect with it. Whatever.
So I guess my question is like, why Mario RPG connects with you so completely, and this one just like doesn't? I mean, I assume I'm assuming you're not like directly comparing it, but it's just like, what's the thing? I mean, because to me, like, you could say this exact thing review for Mario RPG and just like describe basically very similar things, but like, do you know why that one clicked? I mean, besides nostalgia, even I played Mario RPG, and is that it? Because I don't know, I thought Mario RPG was pretty fucking good, so I don't know.
And I think I even said this in our Super Mario RPG review that I literally cannot look at that game objectively. Like, it is just is like 8-year-old Brad's favorite game, and then when I played it like years later, it was like 15-year-old Brad's favorite game, and then when I played it like on the Wii U, it was 24-year-old Brad's favorite game. You know what I mean? So it's just it's one of those things I can't see objectively, and I think that's nostalgia plays a huge thing in that. And again, I think as we kind of talked about this, I really do think the pace is what got me. There is a lot of backtracking. I mean, there is one world in particular where I think it's like you have like a beach camp and it's like, okay, go to the cave. Oh yeah, you come back. Oh yeah, there's a cave over there. Oh, well, here's this item that I've found on the beach that'll open the cave. Go back to the cave, you open the cave. You come back. Yep, that worked. Okay, well, now I'll travel with you to go into the cave. You go back. It's like you literally go through the same. It's like 3 screens from like beach camp to cave, and you go through those like 3 screens, quote unquote, like 5 times.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then there's actually one part in this that they did fix, because I remember like it always being like the hang up where you have to go find a character, and it's literally you like play catch up with the character all around the world.
Jeez. Okay.
Where it's like, oh yeah, go to like World 1. You go to World 1. It's like, oh no, he went to like World 3. Go to World 3. Oh no, he was in World 4 the whole time, or like that type of thing.
Yeah.
This, they added like a warp pipe room, so there's like a fast travel system a little bit that you can use to kind of negate that, but it's still like, okay, go here, go here, go here, go here. There's a lot of just backtracking. Again, I think just Mario RPG is super easy too, but I do feel like that I had a little bit more abilities and a little bit more to play with than I did in this.
Sure.
This is pretty much just Mario Jump, Mario Hammer, one of your 5 or 6 other party members. They're like 1 or 2 specials. That's it.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah,
I think the Mario and Luigi series, you have a ton of abilities to play. You have a lot to play with, so it's just I can't believe there's 3 RPG series for Mario. It's crazy.
That is weird. You do have there. I mean, there's a lot of abilities, but it's just like the system that you use to equip them is badge points. So, like, in order to equip one, you have to take one off. Oh, okay, sure. So, like, if you have 18 badge points, it's like, well, each ability is 2, plus there's like a attack up bonus that's like 4. It's like, oh, well, I got a new ability. Well, then I have to lose this ability that I've been using and really, really like to put that one on. So it just never gave me that sense of like, okay, like I can kind of play and do what I want with it a little bit more, other than the fact that it's just really easy. So I might as well try it for a second. Yeah. I don't know. It's, again, incredible game. I really just cannot stress enough how great this game is. I just wish I could have had that you know what I mean? That like everybody's talking about how
10, like this would have been your Mario RPG. I
probably,
did you play this as a kid or no?
No, I never touched it before.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I probably should have led with that. But it very much it very much has that feeling of like everybody is talking about this movie, and I watched the movie and I didn't get it. Like it very much has that feeling to it for me, where it's like, yeah, like everybody's like, oh, best movie of the year, best picture. I'm like, I don't know, like. Sure, I get it. I can see the qualities of it, but I didn't have that connection to it. So I don't know. It's such a weird. It's a weird thing to like make a review of something that you're like critically this is insanely good, but like emotionally I'm just like not there.
This is why we don't critically review games.
No, but it's even in like having a discussion about it, it's like
that's fair. Yeah.
I don't want to like dump on it because it's like it is good. It is legitimately good, but I'm not playing this game again ever.
That's funny because I was actually super excited for this game until you started kind of saying I don't know, man. But pacing stuff kills me for games though, so I was like,
and I think that I really do think that's what it is. The more and more that actually getting out and verbalizing these thoughts. That's more where I'm like, oh yeah, the pacing in this might be what's doing it for me, because the battles are too easy. There's too many, the backtrack and the slow tag. It's the pacing.
That's funny. You just had like a therapy epiphany.
That's exactly what that was. So
it's like just talking about my problems with Mario Thousand Year Door really led me to the conclusion.
So for those of you who skipped the end for the review score, my issue with the game was the pacing. It's a great game, but the pacing.
Yeah.
There's our 13-minute therapy session conclusion. Yeah. I'll pay you on the way out. Anyway, we are Workforce. We are Workforce Gaming. Subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment below. There's a link to support us on Coffee as well. We'll see you later.
Bye.